So, good morning to all. For the last few lectures, we have discussed about unit number 4, and in the last session itself, we have completed the discussion regarding unit number 4. So, I got one question that explanation of pairs is necessary in problem of math. Yes, you can write the explanation. So, what you are actually, how you are combining two different sales, right? So, that should be clearly explained. Because you are doing the combination, but the evaluator should know what you are doing, which combinations you are doing. So that's why explanation is very important. Okay, so you have on your map, on your K map also, you have to show that combination mapping, and then also you have to explain what you are combining, which cells you are combining also. Is it fine? So in today's session also there will be use of there will be we will be using K map. So it will be again it's kind of revision for you. So now we will start our today's session. So now from today onwards we will discuss unit number 5. So unit number 5 in your syllabus is basically it can be divided into two sections, that is logic circuits and flip flop. So in these logic circuits are mainly combinational circuits, right? And this later half, that is flip flop is nothing but sequential circuit. So these circuits such as code converters, BCD, XS3 and gray code converters, multiplexers, demultiplexers and decoders. These are all combinational circuits, and these four kind of flip-flop are nothing but sequential circuits, right? So what are combinational circuits and what is sequential circuit? What are the differences between combinational and sequential circuit? That is your first point. Okay. So we shall start with the point number 1, and then we will see we will proceed like into the code converters. So this will be the outline of your unit number 5. So now we will discuss the first topic of our unit number 5, that is the difference between combinational and sequential circuit. Okay, so a digital circuit can be broadly classified into two types. The first one is combinational circuit and second is sequential circuit, of course. So this classification, on which basis this classification is done, you should remember this. Okay, so point 1 of the difference is very important, and it explains what is the major difference between combinational and sequential circuit. Okay, so I will just go through the point number 1, that a combinational circuit, in a combinational circuit, the output depends only upon the present input. Okay, whereas in sequential circuit, output depends upon present as well as past input. So this is the main difference. Okay? In combinational circuit, the output of your system is depending on only present input. Means we suppose your system is having, suppose let's say your system is half adder. Okay, so half adder, full adder, half subtractor, full subtractor. These are also nothing but combinational circuits only. So now whenever you will see all these combinational circuits, you will observe that output is depending on the present value of your input. We have seen half adder, full adder, right? So what we have seen, that the output was always depending on the present input. What is the value of present input? Okay. But on the other hand, sequential circuits we are yet to visit. No, we have not discussed any sequential circuit. इस sequential circuit का जो part है वो आपका flip flop से लेके start होता है. ओके, सो फ्लिप फ्लॉप्स, काउंटर्स, रजिस्टर्स, बेसिकली जो आपके यूनिट नंबर 6 है. So unit number 6 is completely on sequential circuits, and this unit, that is unit number 5, is also from flip flop. We are discussing sequential circuits. Whatever we are discussed in unit number 4 and this half, okay, up to decoders. Whatever we are discussed in unit number 4 and this up to this decoders. So these are your combinational circuits. Okay, so half adder, full adder, uh, multiplexers, demultiplexers, decoders. These all circuits will be combinational. That means the output value will be depending on only the present values of your inputs. And from flip flop onwards, मतलब ये जो flip flop है ये वाला portion and unit number 6 complete these circuits, whichever circuits we will discuss in unit number 6, and these flip flops, these are nothing but sequential circuits, right? So what are sequential circuits? So in sequential circuit, output depends upon the present input as well as past input. Okay, so this is the major difference. So since in combinational circuit, the it is not, your output is not depending on the past input, so no memory unit is required. No, or you can say that since there is no past input, the dependency of output is not on past input, so you don't have to remember anything, right? So that's why in combinational circuit memory unit will not be required. Okay, क्योंकि आपको कुछ याद रखने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं, बिकॉज जो भी एट प्रेजेंट आपके इनपुट होंगे, whichever input are given at the given time, then that input will only contribute the output and nothing else. But on the other hand, in sequential circuit, we will see, okay, when we will discuss the flip flop, it will be getting, it will become more clear to you. Okay, so until that particular point, just remember this, that output depends on present state as well as past input. So since you have to, since output is also depending on past input, right? So the memory unit is required so that you can store the past inputs. Okay, memory is nothing but memory is required to store past input. कॉम्बिनेशनल में पास्ट इनपुट पे डिपेंड ही नहीं करता, तो दैट्स व्हाई मेमोरी यूनिट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड इन कॉम्बिनेशन. Okay, again third is these circuits are faster. It is but obvious. Why? Because जैसे आपने इनपुट दिया, so output is depending on the present input, so it does not have to access the past input, right? जैसे इनपुट दिया, you will get the output because the output is depending on only present input. So that's why these circuits are quite faster. But on the other hand, whenever you are giving input to the sequential circuit, the output will be read present input, and also it has to access the past input also from the memory unit. Right. So accessing the past input from memory unit takes some time, and hence these circuits becomes slower. The operation of these circuits become slower. Slower it is comparatively. Okay, बहुत ही स्लो होता है ऐसी बात नहीं कर रहे, वी आर जस्ट मेकिंग कंपेरिजन्स दैट आउट ऑफ दिस टू combinational are faster, sequential is slower. But don't misunderstand that sequential is slower इसका मतलब वो बहुत स्लो होता है ऐसा मत लो. It is comparative. The best example you can observe that in microprocessor, microcontroller, okay, laptop, mobile, these cannot be used without memory, right? So even though we are using memory, you can feel, do you feel that your mobile and laptop are slower? No, वहाँ तो बहुत सारी मेमोरी होती है. That's why don't misunderstand this slower. This is in context with the combinational circuits. Both are faster only. But when you compare combinational with sequential, combinational are little bit more faster than the sequential circuits. And the reason is combinational does not have to access the past input because output is not depending on the past input. On the other hand, in sequential circuits, the output is depending on the present as well as past input. So that's why these circuits need to access the past input from the memory unit. It takes some time, so that's why the sequential circuits are a little bit slower than the combinational circuits, right? Then fourth point, of course, no memory unit is there, you know, hence the design is very easy. No memory unit is there, so that's why you don't have to remember anything, and there will be easy connections and easy components we have used here. It can be used here. So combinational circuits are easy to design because of, again, same, no memory means the design will be itself quite easier, but comparatively sequential circuits are harder to design. Okay, or you can say that it is quite complex in design. Okay, why? Because memory unit आपको add करना पड़ रहा है. The same memory unit is not present here, so that's why these are quite easy to design. Then fifth point is the logic gates are the basic building blocks of combinational circuits. We have seen that we have studied the example of combinational circuits such as half adder, full adder. We have seen that, right? So in half adder and full adder, the basic block was logic gate. We have seen the circuit diagram of half adder and full adder, right? The circuit diagram consists of the logic gates, whereas in sequential circuits, flip-flops are the basic building blocks. We will see what are flip-flops and what are the different types of flip-flops in the later half of this unit. But again, you should remember that flip-flop is also made up of logic gates only. Okay, so logic gates building, the fact is actually logic gates are the basic building block of all digital circuits, right? But whenever you will see combinational circuit, the logic gates will be the basic building block, and in sequential we assume that flip-flop is basic building block. But the thing is, always remember, flip-flop is also made by using, flip-flop can be also designed by using gate only. Without gate there is no digital circuit you can design. Okay, there will be no digital circuit without the use of logic gates. So always remember. But the basic building block जो होता है ना, so we are calling it as it is a flip flop. Okay, so whichever sequential circuits we will see, you will not see the logic gate in that. Logic gate will be there, but in representation we will see, in the design we will see that flip flop आपको दिख जाएगा, but flip flop के अंदर क्या है, logic gate ही. Okay, then sixth one is these combinational circuits are mainly used for arithmetical as well as boolean operations. So whenever you want to do different arithmetic operations or any boolean operations, minimization जो भी we have used, k map also, right? So these are all nothing but the boolean expressions. So for that mathematical or arithmetic part, these combinational circuits are mainly used. Again, I will give you the example of full adder. In that full adder, what we have done the arithmetic operation of addition, right? So combinational circuits are mainly used for the arithmetic as well as boolean operations. Then sequential circuits are mainly used for storing data. You cannot store data using combinational circuit. Okay, those data can be stored using or data can be stored in sequential circuits. So this is very very important point. You know. Seventh is, as combinational circuits don't have a clock, they don't require triggering. So there is a one point in the triggering. So what happens whenever you want to synchronize anything? Okay, so clock is necessary. You know. So now we are talking about the sequential circuits. Okay, so past input. So past input is nothing but, suppose आपकी एक वेवफॉर्म है, everything is clocked. You might have seen the oscillator frequency and all while choosing your PC or mobile CPU, right? So if you have observed that the CPU which is used in mobile, or you can say processor, right? Processor whichever used in mobile or laptop, it works on a certain clock frequency. So this clocking is very important, because suppose I am now in this present I am suppose on this clock, then what will be my past input? Past input will be data on the earlier clock. Okay, so this is what we mean by past input. So since clocking is nothing but, it is important to access the different memories or to store the memories, right? So just for the sake of understanding now here, just understand that in combinational circuit, triggering is not required. We will see what is triggering and how it is helping in sequential circuits. Okay, so since up till this point we have seen only combinational circuits, so combinational circuit do not require triggering, hence you do not understand the triggering right now. But when we will see the sequential circuit, when we will discuss sequential circuit, it will be more clear that what is triggering. Okay, so I will explain this point when while discussing sequential circuits. And the last point is the examples of, these are the examples of combinational circuits and sequential circuits. So adder and subtractor, multiplexer, demultiplexer, decoder, etc. These are the examples of combinational circuits, whereas flip-flops, counters and registers, okay, these are different digital components. Okay, don't confuse it with the resistors. जो अपना resistor होता है ना, don't confuse it with that. It is different one and that is different. So flip-flop, counter and register, these are the examples of sequential circuits. We will discuss these counters and registers in unit number 6. Okay. Adder, subtractor we have already discussed. Multiplexer, demultiplexer, decoder. We will discuss this in this unit itself. Again, flip-flop will be also discussed in this unit. Okay. So all these examples we will discussed for the this course. All these examples are mentioned in your course. Okay, so this is very important. Many times the question might ask that differentiate between combinational and sequential circuits. So in that, these total 8 points are very important. Okay, then now the second point is regarding the code converter. Second point in your unit 5 is code converters. So there are different kinds of codes. Okay, there are different kinds of codes, BCD, XS3 and gray. So these three are different codes. BCD, so under this point what we will discuss, that BCD code converter, then XS3 code converter and gray code converter. Okay, so we will discuss all these three code converters in under this section. So the first point here is, we will discuss BCD code converter. Now what is BCD code? So BCD code is also called as binary coded decimal. BCD is nothing but it is the acronym for binary coded decimal code. Okay, it is also called as 8421 code. 8421 code. So now in this code, in BCD code, that is binary coded decimal. So it don't get confused. Okay, binary number is different and BCD is one kind of code. So I will tell you what are the difference between binary and BCD. So BCD code is nothing but what we will do in BCD code. You have to convert each digit. You have to represent the each digit of a decimal number in its equivalent binary number. So digits, that is in decimal number system, there are total 10 digits, right? From 0 to 9. Digits are only 10. Okay. So now each of these digits can be represented separately in binary coded decimal code, that is BCD code. Now what do you mean by that? So I will just take example first and then it should be clear to you. Suppose we want to find out the binary BCD code for this decimal number. 142 is the given decimal number. You have to find out what is the BCD code for this decimal number. So what you want to do, how will you find it? So you have to represent each decimal number by its equivalent binary number. So here total digits कितने हैं decimal में? There are 3 digits, 1, 4 and 2. So you have to now represent each of these digit. Okay, each of these digit you have to represent in its binary equivalent form. It is 8421 form. Okay. So now first digit, let's say 2. So now 2 can be represented in. So how will you represent this 2? It is very simple, 0010. Right. So what you have done here? Okay. So this is not. These are nothing but these 4 binary bits are nothing but the weighted code. है ना? तो वेटेड कोड मतलब हर एक बीट को यहाँ पे वेट गिवन है. जैसे फर्स्ट यहाँ पे रहेगा तो क्या होगा वो 2⁻0. दिस 0, this one is 2⁻1, that is 2. 2⁻0 is 1, then 2⁻2, then 2⁻3. ओके. तो हर डिजिट को आपको इस फॉर्मेट में रिप्रेजेंट करना है. Okay, so I will again repeat it for you that what is BCD code. If the decimal number, any decimal number is given, then what you have to do, you have to represent each decimal number in its binary equivalent. So here you can observe for 2, these 2 we have represented 0010. Similarly 4 can be represented in this 4, 0100, and 1 can be represented in 0001. Okay, so it is quite simple, right? अगर मैंने आपको 142 का बाइनरी इक्विवेलेंट अगर पूछा रहता तो इट वाज क्वाइट टेडियस, है ना? तो यू हैव टू कन्वर्ट दिस डेसिमल इनटू बाइनरी. So this one is different. Again I will give you what is the difference between binary equivalent and BCD code. So let's assume that the given decimal number is 15. Given decimal number is 15. Okay. So now we will discuss 2 points here. Okay. So what is its binary equivalent? Simple binary equivalent will be 1 1 1 1. We know that, right? But what is its BCD equivalent? BCD code, what will be its BCD code? Then in order to find out its BCD code, you have to represent each decimal in its binary equivalent. Now, in this case, there are two digits, two decimal digits. First one is 1 and then 5. So first you have to represent 5 in terms of its binary equivalent. So what is binary equivalent of 5? 0 1 0 1. So always remember that there will be the group of 4. Always there will be group of 4. So 5 is represented by 0 1 0 1. है ना 101 लिखते generally, but since MSB is absent, you can write 0. Similarly, 1 can be written as 0 0 0 1. So now this code becomes BCD code for 15. Okay, this code is nothing but BCD code for 15, whereas 1111 is its binary equivalent. So I hope you got the difference, right? So again, you can find out similar BCD and binary equivalent for 29. Suppose the decimal 29 is given, decimal number given is 29, then just try to find out its binary equivalent and BCD code. It is BCD equivalent. So just find out the BCD code for 29 and binary equivalent for 29. Just do that. I will just wait for a couple of minutes. I hope you got this difference, right? So just try to find out its binary equivalent as well as BCD code, and you can put it in the chat box. Okay, so I got few replies, and it is obviously correct because it is already shown here, right? So we'll go with the one more example so that you will be more familiar with the difference between binary equivalent and BCD code. So first of all, you should understand the difference. Okay, so I will give one number, that is 128. 128 is the given decimal number. Just find out its binary equivalent and BCD code as well. Just try to find out. Yes, BCD equivalent is correct. Poonam has given the answer, it is correct. Okay, so don't worry about finding binary equivalent. Binary equivalent of this is nothing but, हाँ ना उसमें एक ऐड करना पड़ेगा. बाइनरी इक्विवेलेंट इज नथिंग बट 100, again 4 zeros, right? So 1 and then 7 zeros. I hope it is visible to you. So this is your binary equivalent, 1 and then 7 zeros. But what is its BCD code? So for BCD code, you have to again write the binary equivalent for 3 different. So for again 1, you can write 0, 0, 0, 1. Yes, many have replied. That means this point is now clear to you. 0, 0, 0, 1. Then again 0, 0, 0. Oh, sorry. 0, 0, 1, 0. 0, 0, 1, 0. And finally 1, 0. It is binary equivalent for 8. Right. So I hope now these two concepts are clear. So now what you have to do in this case, we have to study the BCD code converter, right? So you have to design a circuit. You have to design a digital circuit. Any digital circuit you need to design. For that, binary input will be binary, but output you should get as BCD. Okay, just understand this. We have to make BCD कोड कन्वर्टर. दैट मीन आपको ऐसा सर्किट बनाना है जो आउटपुट में आपको BCD कोड दे, राइट? एंड इनपुट शुड बी बाइनरी. Okay, so this is what we will going to study. So now decimal to BCD is very simple and you have understood that, right? But again here we are converting binary to BCD. We are making BCD code converter for converting binary to BCD. So now in this there are couple of steps you have to go with these steps. That is step number 1. Suppose binary is given and you have to obtain its BCD. So you cannot obtain binary to BCD directly. Okay, so you have to convert binary to decimal first and then from decimal to BCD. So these are the two steps which you want to go through. So step number 1 is you have to convert given binary into decimal, and then second is you have to convert the decimal number, that particular decimal number, into BCD. So one example I have mentioned here. So let's say the given binary number is 11101. So this is binary number. You have to convert this binary number into BCD. So how will you do that? You have to follow these two steps. So step number 1 is nothing but convert given binary into decimal number. How will you do that? I hope you all know how to convert binary into decimal. So for that you have to, this will be your LSB. Starting from LSB, you can observe here, this is LSB 1 into 2 raised to power 0. Then you have to take next bit 0 into 2 raised to power 1, 1 into 2 raised to power 2, 2 raised to power 3 multiplied by 2 raised to power 4. You have to do such multiplications. 0 term will be eliminated because anything multiplied by 0 will be 0, and remaining you have to add. So you can observe 2 raised to power 4 is nothing but 16, 2 raised to power 3 is nothing but 8, 2 raised to power 2 is 4, 2 raised to power 1, it is in multiplication with 0, so that's why this term will be get cancelled, or it will be 0, and finally 2 raised to power 0 multiplied by 1 will be 1. When you add these 4 terms, you will get 29. So this is how you have to find out by decimal number from given binary number. Now, once you have found out the decimal number, now you can convert this decimal number into BCD. So here in this decimal number, there are two digits, 2 and 9. So again, you have to find out binary equivalent for each digit. So binary equivalent for 9 is 1001, and similarly binary equivalent for 2 is 0010. Okay. So while converting from decimal to BCD, it is straight away. But if you want to convert from binary to BCD, then you have to first convert it into decimal, and then you have to convert it into BCD. Okay. All right. So now we will proceed with this much of knowledge. Now we will discuss the BCD code converter. Okay. So here the example is taken as 4-bit binary to BCD code converter. So input will be 4-bit binary number, right? Because so input will be 4-bit binary, and then output will be BCD. So you have to design a code converter in such a way that इनपुट में आप 4-bit बाइनरी जब दोगे, then at the output you will be able to get a BCD code. Okay, so this table is very important, and this is also called as conversion table, because for any code converter the conversion table will be there. Okay, so आप जिसका भी कन्वर्जन कर रहे हैं, राइट, फ्रॉम बाइनरी टू बीसीडी, बीसीडी टू बाइनरी, एक्सेस टू ग्रे, ग्रे टू एक्सेस, binary to gray, gray to binary. For any conversion, you have to first write or first draw the conversion table. So this is the conversion table for 4-bit binary to BCD code converter. Okay, it is very simple. So this column is nothing but decimal number. You can find out that decimal number are nothing but 0 to 15. Why from 0 to 15? Because the inputs are only 4-bit binary. Okay, 4-bit binary you can observe. So 000, from starting from 000, how many possible combinations can be there for 4-bit? 2 raised to power 4, that is 16 possible combinations will be there, starting from 0000 to 1111. Okay, so hence the decimal number are restricted to 15, because maximum value of this binary equivalent is 15. 4-bit hai na, so that's why. Okay, so now there should be no problem in that. Okay, so from 0 to 15, everyone should be able to write down its binary equivalent quickly. Okay, if you are taking much time in this, then you should remember this. From 0 to 15, this code should be, you should be able to write it quickly. Or you can remember it like this. So if you observe B4, then first 8 are zeros. You know, MSB for first 8 are zeros, then 8 are ones. Then next 4 zeros, 4 ones, 4 zeros, 4 ones. Then again 2 zeros, 2 ones, 2 0, 2 ones, 2 0, 2 ones, like that. And then 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. You can also remember like this. First 8 are 0 for MSB, then 8 ones, then half kar dena, 8 ke half 4 4 4 4, then 2 2 2 2, and then 0 1 0. Okay, so in this way you can also remember. Right. Now what we will do, we will write the BCD output for these decimal numbers. So now 0 can be written as 0 0 0. Okay, so there will be no. Okay, so again remember that this is 1. Generally how we write, Suppose now here 0. Okay. So again, the important thing here is, so you have to first observe the range of your decimal number. Okay, so decimal number is starting with one digit, that is 0. यहाँ पे first 10 digits are single digit, but from here there are two digits, right? So in your BCD there will be total 8 binary, the total 8 bits will be there. Why? Because here you have two digits, two decimal digit. So how will you represent 15? So 15 is nothing but represented by 0 0. We have already seen this 0 0 0 1. Okay, four bits are dedicated to one digit, and then another 4 bits are dedicated to another digit, 0 1 0 1. So we will write this, all these numbers in 8-bit format only. Okay, right. So now, so 8-bit format we are using, but first 3 bits, this 0 0 0, if you observe, this 0 0 0 bit will be 0 for all these cases. So you can observe here, for 0 is represented as, this is the group for first digit, right? You have to observe these 4 bits. I will just let you, right? So if you observe these 4 bits, these 4 bits and these 4 bits are exactly equal up to this particular point, that is up to 9. Why? Because up to 9 binary equivalent is nothing but BCD कोड ओनली, है ना? 0 से लेके 9 तक आपका जो बाइनरी कोड है वही आपका BCD कोड भी रहेगा. ये जो फिफ्थ बिट है, that we have added. Why? Because after this, what is the BCD code for 10? BCD code for 10, I'm just writing it as, first 3 terms will be 0. First 3 bits are 0, then 1, and then again 0 0 0 0, 4 zeros. Pardon for my writing. Actually, I'm using touchpad, so that's why. Okay, so here these 3 we have eliminated, because these 3 will be 0 for all remaining, because 1 ही है ना यहाँ पे. So first 3 digits आपने यहाँ पे क्या किया है, eliminate किया है, right? I hope you got this point. So ये जो 1 है, ये first digit का 1 है. Okay, and after that these 4 are nothing but the bits associated with LSB. So here you can observe these 4 bits are associated with 0. Similarly here it is 1, so you can observe these 4 bits, 0 0 0 1, and 1 is for second digit. Then 1 2 can be represented 1 0 0 1 0. I hope you got this point. So here 15 can be represented. So there should be 8 bits, right? BCD में total 8 bits should be there. But when you observe, when you write the code for BCD code for all these decimal number, you will observe that first 3 digits are always 0 in total 8 bits. So that's why there is no point writing in 3 zeros. So that's why total BCD bits, है ना, टोटल बिट्स कितने होंगे आपके 5, राइट? इज इट क्लियर? Okay, so now the next part is quite interesting, how to design this binary to BCD code. Okay, so these are the briefs. The input is 4-bit binary, because this is the code converter. What is the function of this code converter? It is converting 4-bit binary into BCD code. So the input is 4-bit binary, thus total 16 combinations are possible. Yes, since the input is of 4-bit, that is maximum 2 decimal digits, right? Maximum 2 decimal digits only, 15 tak. The output has to be 8-bit. Why? Because BCD, what it does, in BCD you have to represent each digit by 4-bit. So here 2 decimal digits will be there, so hence we are writing it as 8-bit. But since first 3 bits will be always 0 for all the combination of inputs, the output can be treated as 5 bit. So this point is very important. Okay. तो अगर आपने 0 से लेके 15 तक सबका BCD कोड लिखा 8 bit के फॉर्मेट में, then what you will find that first 3 digits are always 0. So hence we are skipping that 3 digits, and hence we will treat our BCD code as 5-bit code. Okay. Then again, what you have to do now, you have to collect all the min terms present. That is, you have to collect the output expressions. You have to collect all the ones. You have to observe the truth table here. Okay, so I'm just explaining. For this, suppose I want to now, you have to design. Okay, so in order to design the code converter, you should be able to express, you should be able to write all of its output in terms of its input. तो आप क्या करोगे, क्या कोड कन्वर्टर में आपको ए बी सी डी ई इन चारों के एक्सप्रेशन लगेंगे बाइनरी बिट के फॉर्म में. ओके, ये चारों बिट के फॉर्म में आपको ये एक्सप्रेशन निकालना है. तो फॉर दैट वी विल कलेक्ट द वंस प्रेजेंट हियर. तो नाउ फॉर ए आपको क्या करना है, जो ए के टेबल में आपको देखना है, इन द कॉलम ऑफ ए you have to observe the terms for which the a is 1. Okay, so here in this column you have to observe this column of a, and you have to note for which min term the here a is high, that is a is 1. So here you can observe for 10 11 12 13 14 15. Okay, so these are nothing but you can take it as a min term. min term भी 0 से लेके 15 तक ही रहता है ना 4 बिट में. So similarly you can take that. So from 10 11 12 13 14 15 it is high, right? So similar thing I have explained here. So this is nothing but we are representing it in SOP form. So these are the summation of minterms from 10 11 12 13 14 15. Similarly, if you observe in column B, in column B only 2 ones are there, so you have to collect. So if you observe, these 2 ones are at 8 and 9th position. So 8 and 9 minterms are present. Similarly, you have to collect terms for which the C is 1. So here again you have to observe in column C. Then you can observe that 4, 5, 6, 7 and 14, 15. These minterms are present. 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15. Similarly, D and E. Okay, now you have to collect these terms so that you will get the expression of 5 inputs. Okay, so these are nothing but 5 inputs or BCD code. You got the expression. Now what you have to do, you have to do the minimization. You have to do K-map, and then you will be able to write the expression of all these outputs in terms of inputs. कोड कन्वर्टर करना है ना, तो आपको क्या लगेगा, पहले आप आउटपुट को इनपुट के हिसाब से तो लिखना पड़ेगा ना. तो फॉर दैट नाउ we will draw K-map for each output, and we will minimize the K-map for each output, and then at the final you will get some output expressions for all these 5 outputs. Okay, so again I am just using the same expression. If you observe A is nothing but I have collected the terms. For these terms, the value of A was 1, right? So again, first you have to do K map for A, because we have to find out the equation in terms of B1, B2, B3, B4. Okay, so how will you do that? Again, you have to do 4 bit. So input is 4 bit, so you have to draw 4 bit K map you have to draw, and you have to put ones there for the present minterms. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. In these cells, I am putting 1. 12, 13, 14, 10, 11. Okay, so you can observe. And how will you minimize this? So two quads are again possible. So for this red rectangle, B1 and B2 will be eliminated, and B4 and B3 are constant at 1, 1. So A can be given as B4, B3. So first term, we got this first term from red rectangle or from red quad. From one more quad is possible, that is blue colored quad. So in this blue colored quad, you can observe that B4 is constant at 1, but B3 is changing, and B2 is constant at 1, but B1 is changing. So B1 and B3 will be eliminated. So you will get B4 and B2 for the blue. So now you can observe here what you have done. You got the expression of your output A in terms of inputs. Okay. So similar thing you have to do for all output variables. So it is already mentioned here. एक एक्सप्रेशन लेना है, वो मैप करना है, corresponding expression you have to write. So for B, only two minterms are present, that is 8 and 9. So you have to combine them to form one pair, and along this pair, BA, B3 is constant at 1, 0, and here also if you observe, B2 is constant at 0, but B1 is changing. So only one variable will be eliminated, that is B1, and you can observe that B4, B3 bar you got. So these are the input bits, and this is your second output bit. Similarly, you have to do it for C. Similarly, you have to do it for D and for E. Okay. So since it is already clear, so try it as an exercise for the K-map. I will forward this PPT to you. So what we have done actually, we have find out the minimal expressions for the BCD output ABCDE in terms of 4-bit binary input B4, B3, B2 and B1. So these relations are important. Okay, so what we have done, you can observe that each output variable we have expressed in terms of inputs, binary inputs. Okay, so these equations are nothing but the design. So this will be your block diagram of 4-bit binary to BCD code converter. Okay, so this block diagram will have 4 inputs. These 4 inputs are nothing but binary input B1, B2, B3, B4, and output will be A, B, C, D, E. These are BCD output. Okay, and this, from this combination again you can design this. How will you design? Suppose you have to design A. So A can be designed by, so this operation is AND. एक AND गेट लेना है, उसको एक इनपुट को B4, सेकेंड इनपुट को B3. Again second AND you have to take, you have to give its input as B2 and B4, and then one OR you have to take the output of both AND you have to give it to the OR gate. So this, from this expression you can design your 4-bit बाइनरी टू बीसीडी कोड कन्वर्टर. तो ये जो भी लॉजिक एक्सप्रेशन है, ये पूरा का पूरा आपके इस ब्लॉक के अंदर आ जाएगा. Okay, again using gates. Since it is combinational circuit, you have to realize these expressions by using gates. Okay, I will again explain this particular topic in the next session also. Don't worry about it. Since it is already 12:30, we need to stop our today's discussion. I will forward this PPT to you. Just go through it, and I'm sure that you will be able to understand because it is quite simple. But if you are not getting this point, then you can ask me in the next lecture. Okay. So that's it from my side. Thank you.